Hello and welcome to another episode of the Fourth Down Fiasco, your go-to podcast for all things football, even when there is no football played over the weekend like there was for the European Football Alliance, a league-wide bye week. If I was to give out a Fiasco award, it would be to whoever scheduled that because I did not enjoy there being no football this weekend. But as always, I'm Jordan Pryor. With me is Danny Weber, Tanner Vinsky, my two co-host contributors. Say hello to the people, gentlemen.
Hey.
Hello.
Probably going to be a relatively short pod since we don't really have anything to recap because this weekend was pretty boring. But I do want to just shamelessly plug the two interviews that we just did. We did just drop a Jalen Henderson interview, which was excellent. Very candid individual. Very funny guy and avid fisherman. So make sure you go check that one out on YouTube. And then we just dropped the Brendan Bolio, yes, your soon-to-be OPOY interview. A little bit more quiet. I was surprised because he's such a feisty guy on the field. Very much so felt like a Riley Hennessy V2 type of interview where I was just like, how are you so amped on the field and just so calm in interviews? But that one was a good one as well. A lot of insight on, arguably, the second best team in all of Europe right now. So make sure you go check that one out as well. So even though there was no actual football played, we still gave you plenty of football content because that's what we do on this pod. So, gentlemen, we have some, it's not really breaking news anymore by the time the folks listen to this pod, but definitely still noteworthy. The Frankfurt Galaxy part ways with Ethan Garbers and pick up one Zach Calzada, who spent some time at A&M, a little time at UIW, and then his last year at University of Kentucky. So, how do we feel about them picking up Calzada, gentlemen?
I think it's a weird move because Garbers wasn't the best, but he wasn't the worst. It's not like the game they had the week prior was 61-3. It was 61-41.
Yeah,
it's like Garber still had 1,800 yards, 16 touchdowns, 2 picks, 108 rating. It's like, why?
Yeah.
And you're third still in the league. Yeah, you're on a little free fall, but it's like, it's not your offense is the issue.
Well, I mean, do we have it confirmed that it was specifically the Galaxy just didn't want any part of Garbers, or was it more of a mutual decision?
It's Europe. We'll never know.
Yeah, we'll never know.
We'll find out. We can find out, but they'll never.
Honestly, we probably should just reach out to Ethan ourselves.
It says parting ways. Yeah.
Yeah, see, to me, parting ways tells me that there was probably some stuff on both sides, if I'm to read between the lines, since, transparency still hasn't yet made its way to Europe.
Yeah, because the whole comment section is like, why? Like, what is going on?
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense from a football perspective. You never know what's happening behind closed doors that make why that would occur or happen. But from a football perspective, Garbers wasn't having the defense put up 61 points to roll. So you don't really have to blame him on that. And also, he didn't have the greatest season, but he was still pretty solid, and he wasn't outright losing the Frankfurt Galaxy any of their games. Like, if you look at all of their games, I don't think we would say that any of them solely came down to Ethan Garber's performance. Or like, oh, you were the main reason we lost. I know we gave him a Fiasco Award one time, and that was a tough week, but who were they playing? They were playing...
I think they were playing like Nordic or something like that.
They're playing Nordic or Munich. They were playing one of the two teams, which it's like, okay, how many are you giving out to the opposing team that has played Nordic or Munich? It's pretty much every single week. Yeah. So, all right, that's not much of a deciding factor for me either. So, and also quarterback's just the hardest position to replace halfway through the season, or more than halfway through the season, right? It makes sense in the NFL when it happens when you have a guy already in-house, when we see the Browns carousel happen every year, right? It's like, okay, well, yeah, Dylan Gabriel isn't working. You've had Shadur practicing with the guys the entire season. You throw in Shadur. It's like, that makes sense. You have the guy in-house, and he's been learning the offense, knows what's going on. This new guy is going to have to come in, learn the offense, learn everything, be ready to go in a week.
Sure.
Like,
And it's different than Keontae Allen as well because he was in the system. To go
Mhm.
off your
Yeah.
point with the Browns, it's like he was in the Raiders system. He was not on the team, but if I had to bet, he was around the team.
Yeah.
was this?
Well, and Kenyatta Allen also has just Euro experience as well, which I do think that, that is a qualitative metric you can't measure, but I think it helps.
Because Calzada hasn't played at all in Europe, right?
Not to my knowledge, no.
See, so that's like even more of a red flag because it's like
He came from
Kenyatta
the
Allen
Indoor
has been
League.
playing for, he was playing for the affiliate team. He kind of knew what was going on, could just plug and play right in, and like I know we said the same thing. It's like, well, Krajewski wasn't really the problem. We didn't really think he was like the main reason they were losing games, but they saw somebody in their own system that they're like, I think we can win a game with them, and the gamble paid off. For Frankfurt here, it's not, oh, we have somebody in our own system we can bring in and make a game. It's, oh, we're going to go take another American quarterback, get him to Europe within a week, and have him play next week. It's like that's a lot to ask for Calzada, and it's a lot to ask for the fans too, because the fans are going to be like, okay, well, Garbers wasn't that bad, so they're like, well, this guy's better be better than Garbers, and then that's kind of setting up Calzada for failure if he has a bad game.
I'm not finding stats right off the bat, but someone said Calzada came from the indoor league from the San Antonio Gunslingers, who are currently 5-11.
Oh, that's not good.
I mean, indoor league, yeah, you can kind of just take all that with a grain of salt.
Sure. Well, I mean, for me, more kind of what I've been seeing and what I've been looking at, I'm kind of comparing the stats of Ethan Garbers and Zach Calzada in terms of college production, and the 2 years that Calzada had at UIW, can be pretty eye popping for maybe some of our Euro fans who don't know what Incarnate Word is. But Incarnate Word are they a D2 school or are they Division I AA? I can't remember. I think they're D2, right?
They're not. Yeah, I don't. I think they're D2.
Yeah. So much smaller college. Now, UIW normally, for being a smaller college, normally has a very good program. I've had some winning years and stuff down there in San Antonio. But it's not the same as, Garber's playing at UCLA for all 4 years. And something that I did notice in Calzada's time, not the most accurate. His best years being at UIW, his best completion percentage season was 66%.
You can get there. It's okay.
So fuck you, Danny. And so, that in comparison to Garbers, who, he did have a season at UCLA where he threw for 70%. Now, he didn't start that entire season, but, he also hung around that 64 to 67%, the 2 years that he did get a lot of play time. And so I'm just afraid that we're going to see Ethan Garber's V2, 2.0.
Yeah, because Garber's right now is sitting at 64%. Well, 63.8 for the people that want it exact.
Sure.
This season in 8 games, but that's 16-2. Like, yeah, seeing Clark and Tabor up over the 20 mark, but like 16 is not horrible. But 2 picks, he's not getting rid of the ball.
Yeah,
it's not like he's Edwards and Henderson and Krajewski with 8, 8, and 12.
So I just looked into it. The Incarnate World Cardinals football program. It is in the FCS, so it's D1. So it's not FBS, but it's FCS. So
so it's D1 AA. Got it.
D1 AA.
Which again, it's better competition than other. I guess
a lot of the other
D3
come to Europe. Yeah, a lot of them are playing D2, D3.
But yeah, for me, it's just that there's been accuracy concerns with Calzada his entire career, and we just saw Garber struggle with accuracy, and so yeah, if I am a Galaxy fan, I'm just a little frustrated because it kind of feels like you took almost like a copy and paste kind of thing. I think Calzada might be a little bit better on his feet than Garber's, but I believe he's also a little smaller too. And so, yeah, you're kind of giving me the same guy basically, and he's going to struggle because, to the point that we've made previously, he hasn't been with the team. He doesn't know how Euroball works. It is different. There is an adjustment period. And so, I do wonder if there is something else in this story with Garber's having to leave that we just don't know about.
Yeah, and it's just weird. Like, I don't know. His defense gave up 41, 38, and 24 in the last 3 games.
Yeah, Frankfurt's defense has not been looking great.
So it's like he's just not the issue, especially with 2 weeks left in the season. It's like
it seems like the wrong time to make a big move like that. I think like the only way it makes sense is if Garber's is like this shit sucks. I don't want to play here. Then it makes way more sense. If that comes out, then Galaxy are just doing the best that they can with a bad situation.
Sure.
But if that's not the case, then this doesn't make any sense at all.
Sure. Or, it could be a like a Zach Edwards type of situation. He's got some family stuff going on.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like a family emergency, like whatever it is, I mean, or it's still valid if he says this shit sucks. I want to go back home and leaves. Like he's an adult. You make his own decision. Sucks for the Galaxy, but I mean,
we'll do some digging, and we'll either let you know or not let you know what we find.
Yes, we will present one of only 2 viable options. Oh man. So I mean, it'll be interesting to see how Calzada does, because it could go one of 2 ways. Of either the learning curve really sucks and Frankfurt struggles, or it could be one of those things of because there's absolutely like no footage on this guy playing in Europe. I mean, we kind of saw how that worked out. I know Kenyatta Allen has played in Europe, but there's no EFA footage of him, no ELF footage of him,
And the team he played on was the Leipzig Kings.
Yeah. So how much footage are you actually watching of Kenyatta Allen? And so, he comes in and it's like, oh my God, I didn't know this guy could do all these things. Yeah, because you weren't paying attention. So maybe Calzada kind of benefits from that. I'd love to see that, honestly.
Yeah, that's the best case scenario.
Yeah.
Well, as an optimistic Madrid fan, what this means is Madrid's going to come back next year, and Garber's, he initially signed with Madrid, so he's just going to play for Madrid next year, and it's going to work out.
Do you want Garber's playing for Madrid, though?
I mean, I want a team, so I don't really care.
Fair.
Quarterback, as long as the team gets to play. Yeah.
Fair. Yeah, if signing Garber's meant I got the Barcelona Dragons back, then fuck it, we ball.
Yeah, exactly right. Like, at this point, just take what we can take.
Dude, I would be in there week 1 talking about, Garber's is about to have a breakout season, best quarterback in the league. Jadrian Clark, step aside.
I'm going to clip that. Ethan Garber's MVP.
Yeah.
Clark, step aside.
I don't know if you heard my dog Luca crying just then, but I think he's annoyed with all of my takes.
Probably. I mean, I think most of us are.
Well, cool. Any final thoughts on Calzada before we jump into pick'ems?
Hopefully it works out. I'm actually really curious to see.
I mean, they have no choice but for it to work out. So
no, I will say the one thing I love about or go Tanner.
Luckily for him, he's got a layup in his first game. He has to go against the Nordic Storm. So
easy.
Oh,
we saw what happened to Aiken when he came back last year about that, but that's fine.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be one of those situations where there's no film and he does great. I think he's going to get his ass whooped week 1.
Yeah, Kenyatta got to come in and play against the Frankfurt Galaxies.
Yeah.
Calzada's going to have to come in and play against the Nordic Storm. So it's a little bit of a different situation.
Yeah.
Sure.
I will say one thing I love about European football, they just pull these quarterbacks out of their asses. It is awesome. It's like, who the heck is this guy?
Yeah.
Well, Garber's we knew though. Garber's,
we did know Garber's.
But it's like, where are you finding these guys?
Yes, we knew Talia. We knew who Talia.
You know what's really annoyed me? Where the hell is Dustin Crum at?
Dustin Crum's not playing football.
He's
in
the
the CFL still.
Yeah.
Dude, for me, I have no idea where they get some of these guys because I think about even like Kenyatta Allen. That's just not a name that's just in my football repertoire of just, oh yeah, back in the day, Kenyatta Allen used to crush it in college, bro. That's just not.
We need to have like a live stream where we can just like name all the football players, and then once we run out of NFL, and just be like, oh, you thought we were done? Here's Europe.
Here's Europe. Yeah, elite ball knowledge.
Yeah.
Like I think about him. I think about the Barcelona quarterback that I was hyping, Levi Lewis.
Lewis.
Yeah, he was a raging Cajun.
He was an all-time leading FBS passer, or like either raging Cajun passer or FBS, because he was there
raging Cajun passer.
Years.
He did cook UNT a couple of times. Like I knew who he was, but only because I went to UNT. Yeah. Like with Calzada, it's funny that like in the graphic that they used of him, they have him in his Kentucky jersey. I'm like, bro, he started 2 games for Kentucky and then was relegated to the bench. Yeah. Like they should have had him in his UIW stuff. Like that's where he really made a name for himself and was cooking, but nobody's going to recognize UIW. They're going to recognize Kentucky.
Looks better for the brand.
It does. That's why they brought in Talia Tagovailoa,
That worked out.
By the way, Danny, Crum is no longer starting in the CFL. He's now back.
No.
Bro, we need Crum.
Bring him to Europe, brother.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it makes it actually better for.
We've seen Dustin Crum live. Dude can ball.
Yes. Ish. Yes.
He did beat
Enough.
Love, so
he beat Jordan Love.
That he did.
Head to head.
Once.
That's all that matters.
Remind me who else was on both of those rosters.
Not a clue.
Exactly.
Our backup was a 4-star.
Kenny Pickett's got a 1-0 record against Tom Brady, so.
All
yeah.
All
right. Yeah, I'm moving on to Pick'ems after that fucking comment.
Before we get into Pick'ems, I want to complain. I want to follow up on your fiasco award about no game.
Okay.
League-wide bye, yeah. I said that from before they announced the schedule. I was like, if you have a stupid league-wide bye, I'm going to be pissed off. Whatever. But week 11 following, or week 12, 3 5 a.m. games for us Americans?
All on the same day as well. Like, it's not like, hey, 2
in Mountain Standard Time.
Yeah.
Not Tanner.
Yeah, it's 7 a.m. for me, boys. It's so much better.
Well, and it's not even necessarily because at the end of the day, you got to cater to the Euros and in terms of the time. I'm fine with the early start times, but why are they all the same time on the same day?
Yeah, why are we playing all 3 games on Sunday? What are we doing there?
Yeah,
we couldn't have one of these games on Saturday.
Yeah,
or we couldn't have one of these.
We can do a 5 a.m., a 7 a.m., and then the next day a 5 a.m. Like,
yeah. What game is Matt Bresington gonna pick?
Yeah, because like, how am I supposed to watch these? They're so early. I'm probably not going to watch any.
3-screen setup, brother.
Yeah,
bring in the Octobox.
So yeah, my fiasco award this week goes to the scheduler of the EFA.
Yeah.
Whichever owner hired their niece or nephew that's a freshman in college trying to do some fucking stats course, whichever one of y'all did that and brought them on to make the schedule, I'm giving them the fiasco award.
Just
what's funny is probably
all the Euros play at like 10.
Not even an intern. It's probably just them, and they're
it's
like,
probably just Randy.
Randy,
just Randy, just out there.
He's like, the only available times were 5 a.m. on Sunday. I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, I'm sure it's part of the stadium rights. I bet. I'm sure.
No, yeah, I mean they
in the stadium. It's like we just got to take what we can get. There's no being picky.
I'm glad we're friends with Randy, so we can just shoot strays at him from time to time.
Hey, we'll still complain about it though.
Oh yeah. And I won't say who, but we've had some fun today jumping into some other owner DMs.
Not even just owners.
Is he not an owner of a team?
No.
Oh, I thought he owned one of the teams and was just making bad decisions as a league runner.
It's just yeah.
Well, we've probably already told people too much, but I decided to be kind of petty today because Danny was like, "We should screenshot this and send it to."
It would be funny
Yeah, and we were in the office together, and so I said,
And it was funny.
It was funny.
Hey, I didn't do anything today. I was a good boy.
Good for you, Tanner.
I'm sure I'll still hear about it, but
All right. Nordic Storm
Pick'ems,
against the
finally.
Frankfurt Galaxy. In Frankfurt with Mr. Zach Calzada.
Hey, look, Captain Calzone out there. I think he's gonna be exactly that. Food, you know.
Hey, last game was 20-12.
Yeah, but Frankfurt's defense was also playing a lot better at that juncture.
That is true.
The fall off that their defense is having right now needs to be studied because I have no idea what the hell is going on with all that. But yeah, give me Nordic. I'll be nice and say that Frankfurt's defense wakes up and it's only a 17 points difference.
Only 17 points.
Honestly, I'd say it's a pretty successful day at the office for Calzada if it's only a 17-point loss to the Nordic Storm.
What if it's like 21-5?
I still would say it was successful. Maybe not for the offense, but
Maybe not for the offense.
but yeah, I'm going with like a 34-17 type of thing.
I'm
Tanner?
probably somewhere in that same range, like 34-17, maybe like 40-21, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think Nordic's not going to have a hard time scoring, and then I think they're going to be able to take it pretty easy in the second half.
What's the most Nordic has scored in a game this year? 47, 48, 41? All right, I don't think they'll cross.
That's it, and we're saying that this is the best offense in the league. Come on, what are we doing?
You know they've been holding back.
Somebody bench Jadrian.
Put up 68 points. Come on now. You know?
Yeah, I'm so tired, bro. Jadrian's washed. Glenn needs to be relegated to the bench. Bo's too quiet, bro. Like, come on.
Jordan on Nordic not outscoring Tyrol this season.
Give me, we should really just do
21.
Sorry, we should just do a bunch of just out of context clips from us at some point this season. But sorry,
it'll be this week. I'm clipping you twice already this episode.
People don't like what we say in context. I think if we put it out of context, I think it'll be better.
Just rage baiting the shit out of people, bro.
48-21, final score.
Okay. All right, so you have the biggest blowout out of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
As I'm wearing my Stuttgart Surge jersey.
Heyo.
RIP.
Yeah, see, every team I cheer for just dies. Like, and since I've been on the Munich bandwagon this entire season, like, I hope they're good with God, is all I'll say. And the bank, because the bank is important.
Bank. Well, I hope Munich's good with the bank.
Just to be a Berlin fan this season. That way it's even funnier next year, you know?
Or any of the bottom four teams on that league, but it's fine.
Okay.
All right. We'll skip the middle one for a minute. I think that.
Yeah, because that's going to be the game of the week.
Munich at home against Paris.
Paris, the spiraling hella fast Paris.
Apparently, Jordan has some French in him, so he loves Paris now.
When did I ever? No, I said that there's a lot of black people with French in them. That's different.
I was just generalizing.
That is wow. You just saying all black people are the same? That's crazy, Daniel. I'm gonna clip that one out of context.
You don't have the clip thing.
I do have the clip thing. Yeah, this is gonna be ugly.
Yeah, first time was 41-7.
I'm gonna go 41-14. You said it was 47-7 or
41-7.
Yeah, I'll go 41-14. I think Paris might score twice this time. But I think Munich's offense does the exact same amount of damage.
I'm gonna do 49-7.
Ooh.
What?
Because Nordic just beat them 41-3. So 49-7 is kind of the same result. I just imagine Paris is going to get a touchdown somewhere.
So you're telling me that you have no faith in Jack Del Rio making changes? Because historically, that's what he's great at, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't actually. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of faith about him making defensive adjustments too. And I also, yeah, no. I mean, the Paris team has been bad the last few weeks, and
It's been unfortunate. Very unfortunate to see.
We had such
I
high hopes for
think it's gonna
Paris.
be close.
Yeah, because like the fuck the French jokes were fun when the French were good, you know, because it was just me being a hater. But now it's just
No,
I don't think I've said that since like week 1.
yeah.
Just doesn't feel good when they're not actually good, you know.
Oh yeah. As much as I like Dean Faithful, I think it was a mistake using an E on a kicker. Could have used him anywhere else.
Yeah, well, like someone on the defense.
Yeah, maybe an E on the defensive backfield, like defensive back.
Yeah, or you know maybe a E lineman, so then that way Edwards
They have
isn't
an E
running
lineman.
for his life every time he touches the ball. But
They have an A, 3 E's, and a W on the defensive line.
and
I mean,
they're
they do
still
get pressure.
not bad.
They do get pressure. I mean, they just decided to only rock with one A in the secondary and
Yeah,
nothing in their linebacker.
The guys are just wide open.
Line. But hey, dude, their kicker, he's okay.
Stout.
Oh, I like him. But
He's solid.
you need to take one of those E's on the D line and put him back in the secondary because you can get to the quarterback in like a second and a half, sure. But if they're just going to throw a bubble screen or a slant, you're kind of screwed.
Honestly, if I could give a fiasco award to just like a moment in this season, I feel like I have to go with the Paris Musketeers social media team highlighting Dean Faithful's bomb of a kick, I will say, his, 56-yarder or whatever, and being excited about it, and the score read like 41-3 or whatever it was.
Yeah, they made the field goal when it was 41-0.
Yeah. That is my
didn't get
fiasco
shut out.
award of the year.
No, that is worth celebrating. They did not get shut out. They put points on the board. All right.
Hey, points are what people come to see.
All right, let's talk about the game that we actually want to talk about, which is the Raiders Tyrol traveling out to Prague to face the Lions, the newly revitalized Raiders Tyrol, the kind of cocky Raiders Tyrol. Could they make the playoffs? Playoffs, Raiders Tyrol.
I think we're the ones saying that, not them.
I mean, statistically, they have. So
They
you're
have a
saying there's a chance.
They have a chance. Let me pull up the percentages for all the teams. Two of them are in. Munich Ravens, Nordic Storms. They have locked their spot. Munich is playing on Saturday, if anyone's curious, and Nordic's playing on Sunday for the playoffs. Frankfurt's in a free fall, but still have an 86% chance. Paris is Paris, but they still have a 71% chance. I don't know how. Prague, sitting in fifth, has 25%.
Okay.
So like it's almost a coin flip, but half of one. And then Raiders 18%. So yeah.
So you're saying there's a chance.
But whoever loses this game is eliminated.
Correct. Which is why this is going to be an amazing game to begin with, because you're going to get both teams just trying to beat the dog shit out of each other.
It's a playoff match, essentially.
I
This
love high
is a
stakes
playoff
football.
game. We're getting a playoff game a little early, brothers.
Yeah. Playoff game between two teams with losing records.
They're on the up and up, all right?
Dude, I love that we have a league with 2 weeks left in the season, and the 1-7 team in the last has a playoff chance.
This is true. And we have a league that will for sure have no people with 0 wins.
True. But we went from, when we started this podcast, that the ELF was the hardest playoff to make at like a 30% of the entire league only made the playoffs. Now you got 4 out of 6.
Yeah.
But still fun.
Well, actually, no, I'm not going to get into it because we get into it every episode. So yeah, let's talk about the actual game instead of going off on the tangent we always go on.
Good call. Good
Thanks.
call. I don't think we need to do it for the 12th week straight.
Yeah, it's a character flaw, but I caught it this time. I don't know, man. After our discussion with Jalen Henderson, man, that's my guy. I'd run through a brick wall for that man. I think also too, knowing that we're both old heads together, he did keep calling himself old, which in turn also makes me old because we're the same age.
I mean, you're almost 30, so.
Can we stop with that, Danny?
No.
Who's actually? I'm not even going to go there either. Never mind. I think Prague is going to eke this one out. I think Raiders Tyrol is going to have a barrage of different looks now that they've got Kenyatta Allen, who is both mobile and, while sometimes lacks the accuracy, does have an absolute rocket for an arm and can sling. What was that face for, Danny?
Kenyatta Allen has accuracy issues?
I mean, not in the EFA, but I'm going to say on the 0-10 Leipzig Kings that he was on. Smidge.
He didn't have, his accuracy wasn't horrible in the AFL this season. Yeah, he went 0-10, but
regardless, I see a world where I think Tyrol probably jumps out early, but I think they're going to kind of use up all their resources pretty quickly. And Prague's going to weather the storm and do what Prague does, which is be absolutely relentless every snap, because whatever they put in that water out in Czechia, it's Michael's secret stuff. And so I think this will be one where, yeah, Tyrol's going to jump up and then Prague's just going to chip and chip and chip and chip. And finally, you're going to look at the score and you're like, wow, it's 36-31 and Prague just won the game. What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
Like the Paris game.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going to go with, 36-31 Prague.
I'm going to, try to write it into the stars to this being a phenomenal game, just like the last Prague win. So I'm thinking this is going to be like a 46-45 game where Prague scores at the last second and then goes for the 2-point and wins it on a 2-point.
I might cry so hard that I would vomit because I'd be so happy.
But I do think it's going to be close. I do think the offenses are going to be clicking on both sides. And if I'm going to pick which offense I think is going to make the last play at the last time, I'm going to take Henderson and Willie P and the guys and Billy. I have more faith in that offense because we've seen it more through the season, whereas we're hoping that Kenyatta Allen's banger performance, his first game, isn't just a fluke, which I don't think it is. I think he is going to have a good game, and I think he is going to do well against the Prague Lions. But if it has to come down to a final drive, a final play, I mean, we just talked to Henderson. I think Henderson lives for those moments. So,
yeah. Also, yeah, I'm going to not that this is any slight against Kenyatta Allen, but I'm going to take the guy who is 6'4", 6'5", and like 225 pounds, just running at people. I'm just, you can't teach size, man.
That's fair. I think with both these quarterbacks, basically very similar play styles. But I'm going different. I like the Raiders. If they keep their running game from last week and don't revert back to the rest of the regular season for whatever reason, they run the three guys just down their throats, they can be successful, especially with Aaron Jackson back. Kenyatta Allen is there. You have 4 running backs. What?
You said if they run the 3 guys down their throats.
Yeah, I know what I said.
I mean, you can't let Jordan just try to recover on that one,
I was trying to. Hey, I stayed quiet, okay? I was
but your
silently
face
laughing on my own.
Your
okay?
face told a story. You're just thinking about 3 guys in your throat, and you just couldn't get it out of your head.
No, Jordan's gonna clip that. But if you can have a 4-headed running attack with the passing attack of Platzkummer, Schneider, and Jackson. And the
Got a
tight
whole
end Vrabel who
Bukaki.
came back. What?
Nothing.
I know what you said. I don't need you to repeat.
You can have a whole Bukaki then.
I said you didn't need to repeat that.
Oh, man.
But I am curious to see the new Prague running back in action that they brought in for their import.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
But is it going to matter with the Prague O line being a little bit like a turnstile?
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, the day that Prague gets a real offensive line, it will do wonders. And honestly, I think because they're already the sweethearts of the league, they were last year too in the ELF. Like, I think a majority of just football enjoyers who don't just have like a this is my team and this is the only people I cheer for. Like those of us who just watch just to watch and enjoy it. I think we all would just love to see Prague just run out 5 German big boys, and just watch them just dominate, bro. Hook that up to an IV and inject it in my vein.
They can get a single left tackle that can like an American left tackle would change everything for Prague.
Yeah. And a competent center, just no more snaps at the feet and no more snaps above the head. Like you could just give us a stout offensive line on that team. The rest I don't care about. They could still have an defense. Just give them an offensive line. That's all I want.
That's all I want.
I'm not asking for much. I'm just asking for 5 big, stout, girthy Germans.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. in more appropriate terms, I do think if Prague makes the playoffs for the first time with Henderson at QB, he was telling us about, he's a saltwater fisher. He doesn't have any freshwater lures. He lives in Czechia.
Yeah.
Someone in the Prague organization should just go buy him some lures and some hooks so he can go fishing while he's there.
Yeah. Well, if Prague gets a real offensive line next season and Jalen's still around, I might just end up on the Prague bandwagon. And you know what? I will bring my own freshwater lures myself.
There you go.
And I'll
Just
be like, hey. Oh, no, I will be joining as well because I like to fish. And he's probably better at it than I am, so I can just feed off of his success and take pictures with the shit that he catches and be like, look what we did today.
Wow.
Hey, okay. I know my limitations as a person.
Okay. Who are the final playoff teams?
Well, we know that we
both have Raiders out. I have Prague out.
Yeah, I have Raiders out, and we know for a fact that Nordic and Munich are going to be in because they're already in.
So there's 3 teams for you guys to pick from. 4 teams for you guys to pick from.
Let me look at these last 2.
Or no, it'd be 3 if they are eliminated. And 2 of them will play each other for a playoff spot. One will play an eliminated team for a playoff spot.
I'm looking at this, and what's annoying is I think that the most, for sure after the Munich and Nordic games or spots are filled, probably Paris. I feel like Paris has to genuinely try to lose in order not to get in. Because I think that Prague is going to give Frankfurt hell in week 13 if Prague is still alive. They are going to, because again, they don't quit. They're just so annoying in the best way, like that, and I mean that as a compliment. For if there are any Prague fans listening, they're just like that annoying little brother that just doesn't matter how many times you push him down during the game. He gets up. He's like, I still want to play with you and your friends. And then you hit him again. And then he's like, but I still want to play with you and your friends. And it's just like, what do you do against that? So, yeah, I think Nordic, Munich, Paris, and Prague. If that's a possibility. I don't know with how the games currently are. If
didn't EPFR have a playoff.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up. Okay. Week 12. What's your final score? You said, what's the Nordic game?
It was going to be a
Nordic
blowout.
Frankfurt.
Yeah. Nordic wins.
48-21.
34-17, I think is what I said.
Raiders, Prague.
36-31, Prague.
Munich, Paris. You said like 59-7. Nordic, or we'll talk about this next week. This is irrelevant to what we're talking about, so we'll just say that. Prague, Frankfurt next week. Spoilers, I guess, for next week.
I'm gonna go with Prague on that one for the sake of my
Sure.
argument. It'll be a close one. We'll say 38-31.
That win would push Prague into the playoffs. Does the Tyrol Paris game make a difference? Paris or Tyrol?
Paris probably.
Score?
We'll just do the same one again. 38-31.
Okay. So you can have a Paris third, Prague fourth. Because if Paris beats Tyrol next week, they'll be 4-6, which will be the best of the rest.
Mm-hmm.
But if Paris loses next 2 weeks and Frankfurt loses out, it'll be Frankfurt and Prague in the playoffs. So Paris needs to win one of their last 2 games.
I think my playoff prediction is Prague and Frankfurt. I think Paris is going to lose their last 2 games. I think Frankfurt's going to lose their last 2 games, and Frankfurt's just going to get in on the basis of tiebreakers, even though they're on a spiral. I think both those teams are just in free fall, and so I'm going to pick Prague to finish the season out hot, winning their last 2 games, and then
that's what I'm talking about.
I think Tyrol's going to upset Paris. I think Paris is probably going to go into that one thinking they can get a win because Tyrol just lost. And it's just not going to go out that way.
And it's going to be crazy whenever Prague in that playoff game somehow summons the powers of Jesus Christ himself, and they manage to make their way past the Nordic Storm.
There's actually a way for Prague to be the 3 seed. If
Prague to be the 3rd seed?
Frankfurt loses out, Prague wins out, they'll be the 3 seed. Prague will be the 3 seed.
I think that's what I'm predicting. I'm predicting Prague to be the 3 seed and Frankfurt to be the 4 seed.
If Prague wins their playoff game, I will go streaking in my community pool.
You need to make a bet with Randy or Michael if they play each other in the playoffs. Nordic versus Paris, or Nordic versus Prague.
As much as I would love to see it, it would be a really lame championship game if it's Prague Munich. I don't think Prague. I mean, I guess if Prague beats Nordic though, then they could. They could just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It could happen. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
That'd be crazy. After this whole season, Prague just somehow, or Tyrol just somehow wins the fucking championship game
At home.
Incredible.
Allen just goes on a generational run.
Okay, Danny, you're the last one who needs to answer.
Oh yeah, I just closed it, didn't I? Oops. Forgot I needed to answer. My bad. So I'm taking Nordic as the 1 seed. Munich is the 2 seed.
Oh wait, whoa. Okay.
Spoiler alert, I like Nordic. Shocking.
Okay. All right. Douche. Continue.
I think Frankfurt still ends up in the playoffs as the 3 seed. And I think with the spiral of Paris, Raiders are going to end up in the 4 seed.
Ooh. You okay? Okay, I dig that shit. I don't know why, but I do.
Dang.
Oh man. Okay, so we have all 3 of us have different answers for it, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
It's nice to actually be able to agree or disagree on some shit for once this season.
We all disagreed, but we all agreed with our disagreements.
Yes, yeah.
Nice.
What he said.
Anywho,
Any final thoughts, gentlemen, before I wrap us up? Okay.
no.
Well, thanks so much for listening, everybody. We greatly appreciate your time. As always, you can follow us on social media. We are at @4thdown_pod on Twitter and at 4thdown fiasco on TikTok and Instagram. But this has been Tanner, Danny, and Jordan saying so long, and we will see you next week.
Peace.
Hugs, kisses.